So, on that note, we have finally reached the end of my countdown. The number one game. This isn't necessarily the best game I've ever played. It's certainly not the most perfect or flawless, but it is my absolute favorite. Would you like to know what it is? Well, I've been thinking about this. You may have noticed that as I gradually got closer and closer to the top of this list, that I've had fewer and fewer things to say about the game. This is of course because the better a game gets, the harder it gets to put it into words. So when it comes to my number one game, how the heck am I supposed to describe that? So I thought, I'm not gonna talk about it at all. I'm gonna show you. And so, my number one favorite game of all time is...
Yeah, baby, you know it. It's Batman Beyond Return of the Joker on N64. I know you probably all saw this coming. It is, after all, an extremely popular game. Makes the top 10 list with every other YouTuber out there. And, you know, with all the praise and accolades it's received over the years, it's any wonder why. And everything about this game is so awesome. Just the gameplay and even the cartridge itself, rather than those boring gray cards that all the other games on the library have. This one's got this really cool, sleek black cartridge and... Oh. That's funny. There's nothing in here but a copy of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Well, I guess that works too. No, but seriously though, you probably actually did see this one coming. Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time. I have to be honest with you, I really grappled with whether I really wanted to put this one at number one, just because of how kind of cliche it is by this point. But at the end of the day, if I'm being true to myself, it really couldn't have been anything else. And as I've already said at the end of last week's video, that I by no means think this is a perfect game. It does have its flaws. There are plenty of things that I could criticize it on. And yet, even with that all being taken into consideration, it feels like an overall flawless experience to me. Now, Lord knows I probably don't need to be telling you about what makes this game so great, but we're going to be getting into it next week anyway. Now, while I could probably talk about this game endlessly, as I also mentioned at the end of the last video, I don't really want to get into all of the chit-chat about it. I would rather just get into the actual gameplay and show you what makes it so amazing. To be completely honest, I really actually was planning on starting that in today's video. I just flat out ran out of time. For any American viewers who might not be aware of this, up here in Canuckland, it was our Thanksgiving this week, so I've been in kind of a bit of a turkey coma this whole week. It just had no energy for anything. But I still wanted to at least put out one video just to finally cap off my top 30 list and let you know what the number one game is that you've been waiting all this time for. So now you know what my number one pick is, and with that we can look forward to starting the game off with a brand new series starting next Friday. There's just one thing that I'm confused about. If this game was in this box, then what happened to the proper Ocarina of Time box? I don't see it lying around anywhere. Must have misplaced it. Oh well. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere eventually. Anyway, stay tuned till next week.